This is the Padres Postcast, your instant game reaction for the San Diego Padres. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
All right, are we on? I think we are. I don't know with StreamYard. Everybody's having problems with it across the network, but I think we actually got it working. Jim Grieshaber, call me Grease. What is up, Padre fan? Welcome to your Padres podcast on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Big win for the Padres today. I mean, you had to grab one, right, against Arizona in the extraordinarily hot and ridiculously uninhabitable desert of Phoenix, Arizona. The Padres come in, they get smoked, and they lose the first couple of games of the series, and they only scored one run in the opener. You know how they do with the offense, right? But a funny thing happened in the desert of Arizona. These last couple of games, the Padres offense has sort of come to life, and it starts at the top with Fernando Tatis Jr. That's right, big weekend for Fernando. Lots of things going on to tell you about. Padres win 8-2. They snapped the losing streak, obviously the 3-game losing streak. They're going into Chavez de Stinkhole for a 4-game set against the Dodgers, and depending upon the outcome of the Dodgers and Giants right now, they could end up being 3 back. They could end up being 2.5 back. Who knows? But you know, the Dodgers and Giants have been playing each other all weekend. The Giants have been winning a ton of one-run games lately, and they've been legitimately, and I don't know why this doesn't sound right. What is going on? Same system, same equipment every freaking day, and it just never works right. Come on, let's go, StreamYard. Yeah, all right, can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can, because I'm not hearing myself out of nowhere. It's just weird. There's maybe a little bit better. If you can hear me, give me a hell yeah. Just come on in the comments and let me know. Smash that subscribe. You know, we're building and growing. We are family here on the Locked On Podcast Network. And it's weird because the same things that you do every day on the same settings decide to work some days and not work on others with this StreamYard. So anyway, we're doing what we can do, and we're making it happen. But a big win for the Padres. Jim Grieshaber, call me Grease, and I'll tell you what, when I think about what happened in today's game, and we're going to break this down, and now the volume is too high on my mixer, so sorry for overmodulating there. It's, again, same settings, same everything, aggravating, but we're still here no matter what, day in and day out. So thank you for making us your first watch or listen, and your second, myself and Javier Reyes. We love you guys, whether you're watching live right now on YouTube, Locked On Padres podcast channel on YouTube. The numbers have been growing. Smash that subscribe, hit that bell so you know when we're coming your way with more content, and come on in and say hello in the chat. So if you're listening after the fact, as soon as we finish the live show, we upload it on the podcast side, which would be Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Stitcher, Podbean. Come on in there, subscribe, leave the comments, ask the questions. We'll be right there for you too. And then you down with OTT? Not really. Who cares about that? But OPP is a long gone thing. But OTT, I mean, yeah, we're here for that. Free on Roku as well. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. And I, just want you to know that we love being here for you, game in and game out. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. I noticed that the audience is a little down today. Everybody's out celebrating, with the dads, and you saw like the bats that are blue and the catcher's equipment and the wristbands and all that stuff, the cleats that were blue today around Major League Baseball. Blue, da-da-dee-da-da-da. Gotta kind of love that, right? Major League Baseball doing its thing. All right, it's Padres Postcast and the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Jim Grieshaber, call me Grease, Gries, at Jim Grease _ on social media. Happy Father's Day, Fernando Tatis Jr. No better way to say Happy Father's Day to senior than to be playing the way that he played over the weekend. 8 for 13. It's a Tati party, baby. The offense is awake. Who knows how long it'll be that way? They still need the left fielder, still need the cleanup hitter. Don't need to go there now. Big win today. Padres Postcast, Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. What do you say we get this thing into high gear? Let's roll.
This is what you'll be talking about.
All right, here we go. Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Padres Postcast, Jim Grieshaber, call me Grease. Smash that subscribe, hit that bell, and come on into the chat and say what's up. 8-2 the final. The Pods with the win today. Nice job all the way across the board. Nick Pivetta gets himself back on track, and so does Fernando Tatis Jr. And, Manny had to throw in that RBI there. So how about Nick Pivetta, right? Blows it wasn't a 5-run lead that he blew in San Francisco. He blew 3 of the 5. Jason Adam blew the other 2, but they were up 5 with Pivetta on the hill, and he gave back 3 of them. And then the Dodger game didn't look so good. Hadn't had a real good start in a long time. And he had been, as you know, one of the biggest bright spots for this team earlier in the year. Hell, they're only paying him $4 million a year. He could go out and give up 15 runs in 5 innings and be worth that. You know what I mean? But 2 hits over 7 innings today. Jake Cronenworth with a homer. 8-2 the final. Padres beat the Diamondbacks, snapped the 3-game win streak. Fernando Tatis Jr. had 4 hits, scored 3 runs, and stole a bag for San Diego. Again, that 8-7 loss yesterday where the Diamondbacks scored 5 runs in the ninth. Should have been a 2 out of 3 for the Padres, but, you know, Pivetta retired the first 12 Arizona hitters. He walks Josh Naylor, the former Padre, on a full count to open the 5th inning. And, you know, Suarez, another home run, 430-plus feet, 21 now on the season for him. First hit of the game is a 2-run homer after the walk. And, you know, Pivetta struck out 9. So at that point in time, you know, Pivetta was on his game and in that groove. So it ends up just being, you know, one of those things for Pivetta where he had a great game and he made a mistake here, a mistake there, but, you know, it ended up being tremendous for Pivetta. The 9 strikeouts, the high fastball in full effect today. 1-0 against Merrill Kelly. You know what I mean? Xander Bogaerts with the RBI double, and then Merrill Kelly gives up the home run to Cronenworth. And give Jake a lot of credit, that AB, 10 pitches. 10th pitch of the AB for Cronenworth when he hits the home run. And, you know, just good job by the offense all the way across the board. They, you know, snap a 5-game win streak that the Diamondbacks had going. You know, they end up 5-1 on a homestand. They're going on a 9-game trip. They're nipping at the heels of the Padres, who were, and again, the Padres and the Dodgers are playing right now, right? So the Padres and the Dodgers right now, hey, it's here tomorrow. Padres and the Dodgers playing right now. And so, I'm sorry, Giants and the Dodgers playing right now. I'll be okay, guys. I promise I will. Here we go. Let's assume starts to flow. What are we doing here? Come on. All right. So, yeah, so the Padres are 2.5 back now. The Giants and the Dodgers, it's 3-2 Giants in the 5th inning. The Dodgers won 11-5 yesterday. The Giants won 6-2 in the opener, but it's 3-2 Giants now in the top of the 5th inning, and that game won't be over by the time we're off the air or off the stream here. But the Padres, as they stand right now, are 2.5 games back. If the Giants hold on to win that game, they'll be tied with the Dodgers, and the Padres will be 2 back heading into that 4-gamer that starts tomorrow at Chavez de Stinkhole in the city of Devils. You know, I want to call it. We're having fun with the rivalry and all that, but it is what it is, right? So great win for the Padres and a really tremendous job by Fernando to get things going again. You know, he had been struggling for quite some time. And, you know, hit 183 in May, started June, not so good after the 450 start in March and the 323 in April, you know. So there you go. And Anthony DeSclafani, Gwen Stefani, was signed before the game by the Diamondbacks, pitched in the majors for the first time in 2 years when he was with the Giants. He gave up 2 runs in 2 1/3 innings, including Elias Diaz's 4th homer, which led off the 9th. And yeah, there you go. So Diaz and Tatis doubling off Taylor Scott in the 7th made it 5-2. You know, so there you have it. The Diamondbacks have been knocking the ball all over the place, hitting it out of the park left and right. And, you know, they did that this weekend. And you got Dylan Cease coming up tomorrow against the Dodgers, who haven't announced a starter. They have 14 guys out, pitchers. And so it's been ragtag operation for the Dodgers getting it going. All right, Jim Grieshaber, call me Grease. Padres 8-2 over the Dodgers. Happy Father's Day, everybody. As I see, the audience is not here. Every day we have this huge audience, but it's Father's Day and everybody's chilling right now. So give us a smash of that subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we're coming your way with more content. Come on and say what's up in the chat. We're free here on YouTube, free on Roku, and free wherever you get your podcasts. Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Stitcher, Podbean, et al. Jim Grieshaber, call me Grease. It's break time. 8-2 the final. Padres winners at Arizona to wrap up that series. More to come, including the star of the game. More to come, including the turning point. And, of course, looking ahead to the Dodgers. Jim Grieshaber, call me Grease. Padres Postcast, Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. And Come on. There we go. Oh, StreamYard. Okay, here we go. What we got here? And come on. There we go. All right, here we go. If you're running a business, you know without a shadow of a doubt when you're running a business that every missed call is money left on the table. So think about that. The last time you had a service emergency like a burst pipe, if the first plumber didn't answer, did you wait? No, you called the next one. That's why having a reliable business line is so important, and that's why you need Open Phone. That's right. Open Phone is the #1 business phone system that helps you streamline and scale customer communication, all from an app on your phone or computer. Did you juggle 2 phones just to keep business and personal calls separate? Open Phone solves that instantly. Your whole entire team can share one number and respond to customers like a shared inbox. No more, who's handling this? No, you all are, right? And the AI agent handles after-hours calls, answers common questions, and captures leads, so I never miss a customer again. Open Phone is offering Locked On Padres podcast and Padres Postcast listeners and viewers 20% off your first 6 months at openphone.com/lockedonmlb. That's openphone.com/lockedonmlb. And if you have existing numbers with another service, Open Phone will port them over at no extra charge. Open Phone, no missed calls, no miss customers. On the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. StreamYard. All right, here we go. Man, come on. All right, and bang. Next up, we get a chance to tell you, or I do, about Supply House. Get the supplies you need from the site made for the skilled trades. Yes, indeed, Supply House. Whether you're in plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is the reliable way to order products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product info to help you get the job done right. Plus, with a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from 400-plus top brands, you'll find exactly what you need, delivered fast from coast to coast. Need help with an order? Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading service, so you'll always talk to a real person. And for trade pros looking for an extra edge, their free TradeMaster program offers exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. Thousands of skilled professionals are already taking advantage. Now it's your turn. Join the TradeMaster program today at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electric supplies for 50 clicks. Plus, use promo code SH5 for 5% off your first order. That's supplyhouse.com. On the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Jim Grieshaber, call me Grease. Padres putting it on. The Diamondbacks getting out of Arizona today. They scored 15 runs the last 2 games. Blew it yesterday, right? You give up 5 runs in the bottom of the 9th. How to get that W? You know, I mean, how much better would you look coming to this Dodgers series if Robert Suarez hadn't blown it again yesterday? Now you got to worry about the closer moving forward. You already know you need a left fielder. You already know you need a cleanup hitter. You already know you probably need 2 bats in this lineup. You definitely need a lefty starter. Probably need a lefty out of the bullpen. This is not a contending team. It's not. You're not a contending team right now. You're not. And you're starting to see the cream rise to the top, and you're not rising. I mean, today's game gives you a little bit of hope, but yesterday you blow the 5 spot. The offense had been sputtering for a month straight. Fernando's getting it going again. But again, when the Giants get Devers from the Red Sox on the same day, and they've been winning all these one-run games, and they can't hit just like you can't hit, right? Don't let these 15 runs in 2 games fool you. You can't hit. You had an 11-run game against the Dodgers, too. Before that, a month earlier, had a couple big games against the Rockies. You can't hit. Doesn't matter. You can't hit, San Diego. You don't have a great offensive team. You don't have a very good offensive team. And you are not going to compete with the Dodgers. And if the Giants get Devers, which is the trade that's being reported right now from the Red Sox, slugger in that lineup, that's huge for them, needing offense, you know. So now you're playing from even further behind. Do you feel happy? Do you feel content? Do you even feel hopeful with this team, this lineup? Merrill's out in the concussion protocol now. Michael King's out to July. You don't have an ace, right? Do you know if you really have a closer? He leads the majors in saves. Do you trust Robert Suarez in a must-win game after what happened against the Angels? Of nowhere? They're not the LA. Come on, there's nothing LA about them. The Anaheim Angels of nowhere. But he blew that one. He blew this one. It starts to creep in, starts to build up. Do you trust Robert Suarez in a big situation? Do you trust Jason Adam and all those walks and hit batsmen leading off innings? I don't think this team is there. but they won today, and that's really important. All right, Jim Grieshaber, call me Grease. Let's get on out of here. And remember, day in, day out, you got Javier Reyes with Locked On Padres podcast. But for now, we'll just put a bow on this game, and we'll start with this.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
It's the turning point. It's the turning point. All right, I guess it is the turning point. So 8-2 the final, obviously. That voice throws me off. So, 8 runs on 13 hits for the Padres, 2 runs on 3 hits for the Diamondbacks. No errors committed by either team. Pods got 3 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, 2 in the 7th, 2 in the 9th. D-Bags, 2 in the 5th, rather, and that was where they got their run. So I'd say the turning point of this game, look, it's 4-0 Padres in the 5th inning, and, then in the 7th, they get 2 more as Fernando Tatis Jr. doubles to left and Machado grounds out to short. A couple of RBIs there. Manny singled in a run in the 9th. Diaz homered in the 9th. But really the turning point in this game, I would think, would be after the Diamondbacks got 2. The Padres came back. It was an inning later. It wasn't the very next inning, but it was an inning after that and got those in the 7th. But I think the real turning point, and I'm looking forward here, honestly, my eyes are not what they used to be, and I believe this is what it is. These look small up here. There he is, Jake Cronenworth, 10-pitch at bat in the 4th inning, and Jake hits a 2-run shot, and that's after Bogarts doubled in Gavin Sheets. So it's already 1-0, and then Jake Cronenworth, a 10-pitch at bat, makes it 3-0, and that would be the winning run right there, obviously, because the D-Bags only ended up scoring 2 in the game, so there's your turning point. All right, next up, and come on in, smash the subscribe, hit the bell, and you know what I'm saying.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
A couple of them to choose from, and here's one of them right here. I mean, come on, Nick Pivetta getting back off the schneid. 7 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs. They were earned. It was a 2-run homer, right? 5 innings, no hitter, gives up the walk to lead off the 6th and then the homer right after it. But he only walked 1. He only gave up 2 hits, 2 earned runs on the HR, 94 pitches, 7 innings, and he strikes out 9. He got the neener, struck out 9. And then Morejon with the scoreless inning pitch, struck out 3, gave up a hit. And Reynolds with the 2 strikeout, scoreless 9th inning. Good job there. Look, they were still 3 for 12 with runners in scoring position. Tatis is the next guy we're going to talk about. Look, Gavin Sheets 2 for 4 with a run scored. Cronenworth had the home run and the 2 RBIs with the run scored. Bogarts had the RBI, 2 hits and 2 runs scored, including the homer for Diaz. But Fernando Tatis Jr. right here. Look at this. Bang. Fernando locked in today. He was locked in, and he's been locked in throughout this series. 4 for 5, 3 runs scored, an RBI, his average up to 277. Red hot Fernando heading into Chavez de Stinkhole for the 4-game series against the Dodgers. All right, there you have it. That's all there is, Padre fan. There is no more. Padres Postcast and the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. 8-2 the final, 1-2 in this series. They snap a 3-game losing streak, and now they head to LA for a 4-gamer against the Dodgers. They'll either be 3 games back or 2 games back, depending on the final there with the Dodgers and the Giants. Check out Javier Reyes with your Locked On Padres podcast day in and day out. YouTube, wherever you listen to your podcast, Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Stitcher, Podbean, and then, of course, you can watch on Roku as well. That's all there is. There is no more. Keep your game tight and your mind right, Padre fans. Smash the subscribe, hit the bell. Come on into the comments. Jim Grieshaber, call me Grease. Thank you for watching your Padres Postcast on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.